4 years ago I went to a party with some friends. I was waiting for my dad to pick me up, but after an hour I hadn't heard from him. After a few heated words, I told him not to bother anymore. That was the last time I spoke to my dad. The next day he died. I often regret the last time we spoke, and I don't really feel like I've had proper closure on the issue. I'm making a documentary to find out if the afterlife really does exist, and from this I hope to gain closure.
Yeah, I've seen too much now not to believe.
When I die, if I can come back, I will come and let you know.
Can we communicate with them? Do we want to communicate with them?
How do you know who you're contacting?
It's always an experiment.
Well, what do you think about me making this documentary?
I think it's a good subject because you're going to get lots of opposing views from sceptics and people who perhaps have been to spiritualist churches. You know, just be careful who you see, and and the opinions you get. People might be may shock you, Steph. You just be careful.
And there was that Aunt Anita when she went to the medium as well, wasn't there?
Well, I didn't know anything about this until your brother said, and I didn't say much at the time. I didn't want to upset you, but apparently Daddy came through to Anita and said that when he was buried and put in the coffin, he was very upset because he'd had his best suit on, but he hadn't got a decent pair of shoes on. But Uncle John could only find a pair of trainers to put on. I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, yeah, I know, shouldn't laugh. But so, of course, Daddy was lying in his best suit in his coffin with his trainers on, and that really upset him. And apparently, he came through and said to Anita, well, why couldn't they find proper shoes to put on? But yeah, I've seen too much now not to believe.
Does Mum believe in it or not? I think I should find someone with stronger views.
The Church believes there is a life after death, and that comes through the idea of the person of Jesus. For the Church, the belief of life after death is rooted in this person. And the grieving process is a complex one, and one through which it can be difficult for some people to navigate. If there's a spirit world, just as in this world, there's going to be good and there's going to be bad.
So, heaven exists but we can't make any contact? That doesn't make any sense to me. I need to find someone who can tell me more. Why do people believe in the afterlife?
There are people who believe in an afterlife because they have faith. However, there are people that believe in an afterlife but don't have any religious faith. They may have contacted a medium, and the medium may have told them things about deceased relatives, for example, that make them believe that they are somewhere else.
What are some of the main philosophical issues associated with the afterlife?
We die, and if we do go to an afterlife, what's our relationship with planet Earth that's ongoing? Can we see? Can we communicate with them? Do we want to communicate with them?
I'm so confused. I mean, Tamsin told me that it does exist, but Jason contradicted what she was saying with a lot of theories. I really don't know what to think anymore. We both lost our dads at a young age, but I'm quite undecided about what I think about the afterlife.
This is my dad. It's about 30 years ago. And he was a bit of a laugh. He used to put these funny eyes on and stuff. But he always said to me that he never believed in God either. When I was younger, I always used to think that there must be more to, somebody can't just invent things and make the world and all that. So he always said when he died, because he was always interested in Houdini, who was an escape artist.
Yeah.
And he always said he'd like to come back if he could. So my father said, when I die, if I can come back, I will come and let you know. So I said, great. 30 years on, I'm still waiting.
So Tony couldn't get any proof, but Tamsin and Jason had too much? No, I don't think I can believe in any of it. I need to get my own proof. But what if nothing happens? Am I hoping for too much? Why am I worried? Is it because I want to believe? Do I believe? I'm nervous about nothing happening and not being able to speak to my dad. And this whole journey of me exposing myself and not getting anywhere.
I'm a spiritualist medium. Have you ever sat with a medium before?
No, never.
Nothing frightening happens.
Yeah.
It's always an experiment. I don't have a telephone.
She talked about my grandmother, about how she knitted and did cooking and other general things, but it was all quite vague and could be about anyone. It wasn't until afterwards that it got really interesting and I connected with what she was saying.
I'm getting a pain, which I know is not mine. Would you understand a gentleman who passed with a heart attack?
Yeah.
Did you put something in his coffin? Did you give people something and say, please put this in for me?
Yes.
Because he's saying thank you. Was this a flower in a photograph? Yeah. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Do you want to stop? There's such a lot of love for this gentleman, and he just wants you to know that all is well with him. He's very proud of you. He's saying, my beautiful girl, you're a beautiful girl. I'm so proud of you. This is Dad. I was 40, nearly 40 when my father passed, and it was devastating, so I can imagine how it was for you. But please know that he does love you. He's watching you. He's always trying to nudge you in the right direction. He's very proud of you. He's not in any pain. All is well with him. I don't have to tell you anything else, do I? God bless you, my dear.
I just can't remember anything that just happened.
How are you feeling?
Confused, but only because I'm just got so hysterical because so much of it rang true to me that I don't know, really, I can't remember what was just said, but I know what was said really was true. I feel more, not at peace because I'm not dead, but I feel happy now, I think, and better about the situation.
So your mind's made up on the afterlife?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely converted.
Do you 100% believe that was him?
There's just no other way that, you know, some of the things you said was really personal and not even like people in my family knew it. When I first made this documentary, I thought the experience would change my life afterwards, but I don't really feel any different, apart from I believe in spiritualism now, not that I would follow it, and also when I look back on the day before my dad died, I don't have any regret or guilt, and now I feel happy about the memories we had together.